day 8 of being a girl, and I've gotten some messages that are saying that I need to be calling myself a woman and not a girl. And I didn't even know that some women were offended by being called girls, so that's really good to know. But for me, the word girl
Don't mute me.
Great, because I never got to be one growing up. And it feels very able to make mistakes and growing and changing and evolving, whereas the word woman feels very strong and confident and powerful, and that still intimidates me a little bit. So I'm gonna keep calling myself a girl. Hope that's okay. Love ya.
What's going on? Can you guys hear me?
Quit talking during the intro, you Neanderthal. Gosh.
There was no intro.
What do you mean
I just
there
had a
was no
black
intro?
screen. I didn't see it. I didn't have an intro. It was just a black screen. That's why I thought like this was a failure. I thought
It's like,
Justin
are we live?
forgot to.
Go ahead and put him through the wood chipper too.
Well, it's Wednesday.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
You know, my favorite part of last Friday's show was Clyde going, "Well, we talked about the specific thing 2 weeks ago, and you guys had talked about it on Wednesday, which had been 2 days ago."
What?
Do you not remember this?
I don't remember that.
No. Well,
What was
that
the
would
thing?
make sense. It would be on par.
That's been 2 weeks ago, Mark. He doesn't remember that.
What was the thing? What was the thing? I remember stuff, just important stuff. Yeah,
Some
see,
specific
exactly.
story. I don't know.
Oh, you mean the? Well, it's because we were talking about. Was it the man pond things? I don't know. It was something vaguely related, and it was an absurd, like obscure connection.
Which you're
Yeah.
making a lot of.
Yeah, well, it works in my brain.
That's fair.
Everything we
A
do on this
woman's-
is obscure,
woman's
vague
brain.
connections.
So what?
I said everything we do on this is obscure, vague connections. I mean,
I can't be mean to you, Clyde. I'm drinking real, actual coffee this morning from a mug, so I'm going to be nice the rest of the show. Thanks to you.
At least you're not drinking milk out of a gallon jug.
Yeah.
pretty sure
Not
that's
yet,
water.
It's the water that I say with my right hand every time I slam on the brake. I throw my right hand over it and say, "Whoa, whoa."
You look kind of
Mark.
Amish from this angle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
Okay.
you know, and he
Yeah.
had like the big beard and like the crop hair on top.
Just
It kind
the whole steering wheel part
Yeah.
kind
They,
of doesn't work.
they need to be reined. Well, wait till I get my corncob pipe. I'm really cultivating a look here, so I'm looking into a corncob pipe. So once I get that going on,
Are you gonna make one?
No, they're pretty inexpensive. I'm gonna buy a couple. You're supposed to get a different pipe for your aromatics and a different pipe for your non-aromatic tobacco. So I'm gonna get a
Aren't they-
two-pack.
Aren't they kind of disposable? I thought they were like fairly disposable.
Well, they can be. Like, you can get like a 10-pack for like $5, like at Walmart
Yeah.
or something. But then, oh buddy, check out, I think it's like corncobpipes.com. Oh man, if nothing else, the names of the respective pipes, like there's hundreds of them, but there's the Kentucky Gentleman, there's the Boston Diplomat. They're just, the names are incredible. And they're pretty inexpensive, to be honest, compared to some of the fancier carved pipes that can be like $300. They're, $20 to $30 range for some of these.
Do they have any Confederate names, or do they have to cancel all those?
Generally.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they have anything like overtly, you don't have anything with like Confederate flag, like, pattern on it or anything. But, they're southerny sounding, so these are guys' nation. Kentucky Woodsman.
So I tried to Google this, and according to my search, corncobpipes.com is a domain that is available for sale. But
Well,
it is not.
I don't remember the exact name. Give me a break here.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, damn it.
Google
You
corn.
should buy it. Buy it right now.
Here, pre-search corncob pipes for sale, and it's it's the most obvious named one. They've got a section called cornabis for your weed corncob pipes, which are basically just corncob pipes with screens. Much different there.
Oh, there it is. These are pretty
But,
fancy looking.
Yeah. But the names are the best.
Wow. Look at these.
What was that saying? Those are corn cob, huh?
That's what it says.
What do they use for the stem? Is it also corn cob? They
I don't know.
make something out of it. They grow special
Um,
corn? Is this like, can you get like a heirloom Mexican corn cob pipe, or is it just like GMO, Monsanto, like, corn cob
Acrylic,
here?
bamboo, and clay. Are what they use.
Got to go with that clay. That clay. Yeah.
The clay ones look like opium pipes.
The Freebird corn cob pipe.
There you go.
Hell yeah. I can sound
That's
that.
obviously for Justin.
The Salem Woodsman. I kind of like that.
Oh, that's the one that looks like it should have a feather hanging off the end of it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
yeah.
too.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Familiar with that one?
That sounds dangerous, if I'm going to be honest.
That one's kind of scary.
You definitely need a walking
That looks like
stick
a.
if you're
That
gonna have
does
that
not
pipe.
look like a. I
Do
don't
they
know
have
what that is.
a Washington
pipe.
Redskin on there?
That's
Are
the
you
one
a-
for Mark. The Venus.
I don't know. I don't know if a man should be smoking a pipe called the Venus.
It's pretty close to. You just swap out one
I'm
letter.
your fire, your desire.
This is the penis.
I mean, it would beat
Yeah, I'm
smoking
gonna stay
a,
away from that one.
it would beat smoking a vape or hitting a vape, whatever you do.
Well,
with
yeah,
that vape.
that's always gay in my opinion.
I tried for a
Dag's
minute.
about
and
to get
just
mad at
couldn't
us.
do it.
Oh,
Sorry, Dag.
fuck. Now you make me have to hit my vape.
I'm sorry,
in my
Dag.
head. I need my nicotine.
Smoke the cigs.
Yay.
The smell is the smell is the real problem.
I think that's what it is. Because I had a coworker and our office would like smell like cotton candy and green apple. And
Ugh.
Oh,
it just
I was-
didn't seem
I
to
was-
go well.
I was thinking more about the smell of the.
The tampons.
The man pond.
You have a problem with the smell of pipe tobacco? Is that what you're saying?
No,
Oh,
I
smells so
was
good.
saying
I was about
cigarette
to say.
smell is worse than
Oh, no,
vape smell.
cig-
I feel like that's part of the reason. I think a lot of people kind of switch off. Is it just the
Oh, really?
odor that it? Well, I mean, like you've been in a car, you pull clothes out of your closet after you. It's like, oh my god, I didn't realize that stunk so bad. But like it just kind of lingers.
Yeah, once you're off of it, like my wife, both of us mostly do the vape, but every now and then, she'll get a pack of smokes, and I can like, oh fuck, I cannot wait for that pack of cigarettes to be gone, because it's like, yeah, you don't realize how
Yeah.
all the time it was. Like you watch like movies, I think about the old, like the 70s and 80s or beyond, when people just smoked everywhere. It's like, God,
Yeah.
like my dad hates cigarette smoke. He just like the world was so disgusting, back then to him.
I guess I'm weird. I kind of like the smell of cigarette smoke. It's,
See, that makes.
Yeah, but not stale 3-week-old. Like
When I walk into a bar, I want to smell cigarette smoke.
Well, that's a different situation. I mean,
Yeah,
it
Like,
needs to
there's
smell
definitely-
like piss and stale beer and cigarettes to be a good bar.
Otherwise, it's far too fancy of a bar for the likes of me.
there's a certain
Yeah.
like nostalgic thing about it. Like if it's
Mm-hmm.
if it's at night and you can smell a little bit of like the corn silks when the corn is tasseling, and then you catch that whiff of like faint cigarette smoke, it's like, oh man, we need to be lighting
writing
a fire
poetry
and get
right now.
straight fucked up. Why am I not
Cold
in the
day,
woods
cold
somewhere?
weather. Yeah. that's
Justin's
what
gonna
it
go
gets me, cold weather.
straight to buy a pack of cigarettes after describing it. He seemed like he was longing for it.
Just light one and let it
Wrong.
burn like incense. Just,
Wrong season
I
for
just
corn
want to smell
syrup.
a fresh, unopened pack of Camels. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, freshly opened. Oh
Yeah.
man, that tobacco, the Turkish tobacco, smells so
Yeah.
fucking good.
I want to welcome everybody to the morning after.
Yeah. Welcome to Pipe Talk.
Yeah. Where I'm out of my league here. I'm just gonna.
I think most of us are, if we're gonna be honest here. I don't know. I mean,
I did smoke a pipe briefly
I
in
could see
college, and
Joseph.
Whose pipe?
my like
How do you think you graduated? Hey, yo.
walked right into that one. Well,
I've never smoked a
speaking of
tobacco pipe myself.
speaking
What
of
do we
pipe
got?
smokers,
Did you see? Is this the Herschel Walker?
no, the theme of today's show.
Mm.
Dylan
Is
and
that our
Jeffrey.
opener?
Yeah, that's our opener. Got to visit the White House, and now has picked up a Tampax sponsorship. I know I've asked this question before, but where are they putting their tampons? Like, why?
Maybe are they you? Because Tampax
More for
makes
pus
like
collection.
pads as well, right? I assume, or are they just strictly a tampon company?
I mean, I'm sure they do both, but
Because you could get your pads with wings and tape them in and run around like that for a day and probably polishes your balls up nice.
I mean,
Here's what it's for.
I guess if you're just getting plowed all day, every day, you probably get some of that anal seepage. So,
Yeah.
just stick it up in there and
Good
it takes
Lord.
care of that.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, it's too early for that. Let's go back to the cigarette talk, please.
Cigarette and coffee, that's early morning conversation. Here's my theory is going to be like, so let's say like, you're pre-op, right? Like, so I'm sure you guys have experienced this. You go use a urinal and, you don't shake properly and, maybe you're unfortunately wearing khaki pants or something that day and you get some drippage, right? Like it's inevitable. I think the older you get, the more of a problem it may become. But, you take the maxi pad then and you hammock it in, your undergarments, and then you're preventing the drippage like that. So, maybe when you're still getting used to fancy woman clothes, you need a pee hammock.
Because they're thinner.
Could be.
Like women's clothes are thinner, so the blotch is even.
Well, and women
bigger
just
and
care more. Like,
noticeable.
I personally don't give a shit if I got piss drops in my pants because I'm a tough, rugged man.
And you like
But,
to
I
know,
usually
it's a-
just I'll wash my hands and like shake it all over my legs so it's like obvious that it's like lots of spatter. It's about the only time that I wash my hands after the bathroom. But,
throw a handful of water on the stranger washing his hands next to you's crotch and go, ha ha, and then run out real quick before he can do anything.
So if you like took a shower in the morning and you've just been kind of like lounging around, not really doing anything, do you wash your hands after you go take a piss? Like, unless you just like get piss on your hands, like your dick is probably like the cleanest part of your body because it's been in your underwear, like not doing anything all day. Like, I actually am more inclined to wash my hands before I piss because like I've been doing things with my hands. If I've been
riding
around
those public buses, who knows what you're gonna pick up?
right?
Mm-hmm. It's been my theory for a long time. If I'm in public, I wash my hands out of courtesy, every time. But at home, unless I'm cooking.
Yeah.
There's a certain spirit exuding from the guy who walks into a public restroom, and you just know he's not gonna wash his hands afterwards. You can tell.
Clyde.
Hey man, I don't get sick.
You were just sick last Friday.
Well, yeah.
Other than that time.
Yeah,
That was something.
probably should have washed my hands.
Yeah. Actually, I did wash my hands that weekend or that week. Yeah. No, it is. I don't know. I'm convinced we sterilize everything too much, and that's how we got the COVID and everything else. And here, a little
spread
bit
the
of germs
COVID.
are good for you. Yeah, hell yeah, man. Build up our immune systems.
Can I throw a topic out there?
Yes.
Maybe.
Since you mentioned the COVID, you guys seen the movie? We watched it last night. The documentary thing, Died Suddenly. That's been all popular. Maybe I shouldn't say it. I'm going to spam from YouTube.
I've got it queued up. It's on my
The whole
docket
movie.
for probably for tomorrow.
How was it?
I mean, it was good, I guess. But it's like, like I'm not. It doesn't really do much to like convince me, for instance, just because like there's things like, you know, like they're talking about people collapsing and they're showing like this video montage of people collapsing and fainting, but it's stuff like the date and time stamps you can see are like cut off. So it's like it doesn't mean that these people are collapsing because of the COVID shot. It's just you know, a montage of people collapsing, and there's just shit. It could be totally fake. Like there's nothing that, you know, factually convinced me. But if what they're saying is even slightly true, you know, if even a fraction of a percentage of it is true, it's disturbing, you know. So, you know, it's nothing I'm taking to the bank, but it was something.
Yeah, I may watch that. I don't know.
It's free. So
Did you see there was a video on I saw on Twitter the other day. I don't know if it's recent or not, but Fauci was going on about the problems that we're gonna have this winter again.
Oh,
is that this year?
Gonna have another winter of what is it?
I don't know.
Because of COVID?
Yeah. If you're not vaccinated, you're gonna die.
Biden was just bragging that 2 years ago we couldn't even have Thanksgiving, but now we can safely.
From death and sorrow or whatever.
I was telling you guys that I went and saw my new doctor, and she you know, she was trying to get me to get the shot there, and it's the first time I've had some, you know, a doctor try to convince me, and you know, I'm like no, and this and that, and you know, she told me 2 anecdotal stories about people who got COVID, herself included, and got palpitations, but both these people in the story had the shot, so it's like, well, you're not really convincing me here. But I'm like, look, man, like, I'm not a fucking doctor, but I got a pretty good bullshit detector. And when they're telling you, oh, you can't get it, you can't spread it, and then it's, oh, you can, but it's this, and then it's this and that, and she goes, they never said that you won't be able to get it or spread it when you get the shot. And I'm like, hello? I'm like, I was alive. Like, yes, they did. Like, you know, I was like, I remember it, you know. And then on that documentary thing last night, they showed clips of Fauci saying you can't get it, you can't spread it. You know,
you should have been like, you want me to pull up the video montage like on Twitter where Joe Biden, Dr. Fauci, and everybody else and their mama says it?
Oh fuck! After a period of arguing, I was like, can we just move on? Like, and she's like, yeah, good. She's like, whatever. I'm not gonna make you get anything. And I'm like, well, obviously, you know. But
that's like the FDA saying that, you know, we never said ivermectin. You can't use ivermectin. You know, like they're totally walking back, like their stance on ivermectin. You know, it's like, what?
They said that it was that they weren't saying not to use it; they were just being precautionary.
Whatever it was, it's like, wait a minute.
Pretty sure they outright said don't use it. But.
And deplatformed people for suggesting that they had tried it or that they had used it and it worked. There was literally an entire like social media movement to get Joe Rogan taken off of Spotify for saying that he used it.
Right. Yeah. Is it gaslighting? Is that gaslighting? Are they doing this on purpose? Like, what is like? Are they just really that retarded? Like to think that people don't remember? Like, what's? I don't know.
I don't have an answer for you. I got real quiet there for a second.
Oh,
are there true believers? Is it gaslighting? It's a blend of both, but you don't know who is who.
This doctor woman of mine believed it, right? I mean, to the point where she was throwing logically fallacious arguments at me, and I used that word. I was like, that's a fallacious argument, ma'am. You know, that always shows them. But like must have, but I mean, she also can't be doing much research on the topic, right? You know, what was really funny, one thing real quick, I wanted to say so badly was there's a sign on the wall about a drug that had been recalled, and it said, if you're taking this drug, let us know immediately. And like, I just wanted to point like at the sign, and she's like, it's totally safe. It'd be like, really? Like, what about that? Like, are they always right?
As far as true believers go, I honestly have more respect for the 2 weirdos left in the grocery store wearing the mask, as opposed to people who are wearing them, you know, throughout the whole time that they had to wear them. Because at least those 2 wackos like actually believed there was something, or thought that there was something going on, as opposed to the other people who just kind of went along with the crowd.
I guess. Yeah.
I've got what's the word I'm looking for? Admiration for people who really,
Still
really
sticking
dive
to
into
it.
something. Yeah, so at least if they actually believe it, hey, whatever, but yeah, the people just, the order followers.
No, they don't trust the experts either. That's the thing.
I say, but do they believe it, or are they just doing it so that they can virtue signal that they're a good Democrat?
Well, most good Democrats now aren't wearing masks in my area, anyways. I mean, like I said, there are 2 people in the whole store wearing masks, whereas it was 60-40 a year and a half ago or whatever.
We still got a few lingering mask wearers, but mostly like old people,
Is it?
I'm kind of like, I don't know.
You're neutral about the olds.
Well, speaking of things that the Democratic true believers buy into, the gay club in Colorado, they got shot up. It was obviously it was a white supremacist, alt-right, ultra MAGA domestic terrorist. Oh no, wait. The Colorado club shooting suspect is non-binary. Preferred pronouns are they, them. Wishes to be referred to as Mix, MX, whatever the last name was, Aldrich. Mix Aldrich, not Mr. or Miss.
So we've got
Mix
a
out.
civil war going on between the B's and the J's, and also between the G's and the T's. I think us whites should just stay out of both of them.
Yeah, if you're a cis white dude, you
Keep
should
the W's to ourselves.
That's my MO.
Well, that like it. I hesitate to say funny, but it is kind of funny. Like, do you guys remember seeing? I think it was probably like a day or 2 before this happened. There was a couple of dudes in New York City that got snagged up for what did they do? They called a threat into like a synagogue somewhere, and the cops got them. They had like one guy had a knife on him, and they went back to wherever they were living, and they had like a semi-automatic rifle or something and a handful of like 30 round clips or whatever. And hold on, I have to open a jar if I can. Live stream. Oh, did you hear that pop?
Oh gosh,
did you hear that pop?
He says that's what he's doing. That was kind of a weird way to go about that act. But
so no, they got snagged up. It was this big thing about like they're anti-Jewish. They're gonna blow up the synagogue or whatever, and then it comes out a couple days later that they were in fact Jewish themselves, and it goes nowhere. And then this thing happened. It's like, okay, are we lining this up? Is this like, were there multiple events in play, and the locals got in on one and shut it down, and another one went through?
Well, then you
got
got this.
To get out of whatever their version of Sunday school is.
You got this fine gentleman. Multiple brick throwing incidents reported at a New York City gay bar. This was another instance of homophobic attacks on a gay bar, except that all it took was one watch of just look at the way this dude's standing with the brick. And then if you just watch the guy throw the brick,
shattered window.
Shut up.
A shattered window, shattering a sense of security.
Oh, that was the worst line ever. Who wrote that?
It's NBC. What do you expect? Watch this dude step up to the plate and throw that brick like a real fairy.
Is this fairy what you first had in mind there?
What are we doing? Are you like what?
Here we go. You get it.
Yeah,
it's his ex-boyfriend in there.
What was it?
He's mad about something.
So they arrested him. They arrested him He was mad because there wasn't enough seating inside. Like he was trying to get in and they didn't have enough seats, and so he got mad and threw a brick at the window.
I'm sorry, sir, you're too gay. we've got a chart. You got to be in the zone.
Well, take this brick.
Oh, fuck.
At the same time, are these just?
Gosh.
Is that guy the Colorado guy actually non-binary, or is that just like what his defense is saying to
All right, now you sound like a leftist. That's been Twitter ever since that came out. Every leftist on Twitter is, oh, he's not actually non-binary. He's just saying that so that he doesn't get the death penalty. Like, so much for believe all women or whatever.
It's like the person in our opener.
What does non-binary
really
even mean? Job. Like what?
You're neither.
I think that's they them, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's probably a gross oversimplification to some people, but yeah, that's probably what's going on. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're saying, but yeah, that's what's going on.
You talking to me?
Sounds like schizophrenia,
yeah.
But
you're right. It is a gross interpretation.
I think you meant gross in a different way than me, but yeah. NPR told me just yesterday that the reason for this was factually the grand spreading of anti-LGBT hate recently in our country. So
yeah, AOC's been on that train for a while.
The most uninclusive time in our nation's history for gay and trans people right now.
So is this like in 2020 when there was all the talk about how there was like a epidemic of trans people being murdered, but it turned out it went from like 4 the previous year to 9 that year, and 7 of the 9 were murdered by their gay lovers. So it's like there wasn't actually an epidemic of like targeted
when that big reveal came out.
Lucky Paul Pelosi lived, otherwise that number would have gone up even
like
more.
This actual epidemic of like trans murders happening. It was statistically, yes, it had almost doubled or it over doubled because it went from 4 to 9, but 7 of the 9 were killed by their lovers. So
I helped prevent a trans murder once.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's quite the transition. Get it? Sorry, go ahead.
I went in my vacuum cleaner salesman job. We were like in the parking lot getting ready to go out into the world for the day. We're out smoking our cigarettes and stuff. And out from around the corner of like this big brick fence, it was in the ghetto. It was on Bush Boulevard in Tampa. And we're in this out from around the corner, this very tall, lanky black woman in a skirt and everything comes around the corner and goes, oh God, they gonna kill me. And she like hides in the bushes. And then around the corner come like 3 big black dudes. And they go, where is that faggot? Where'd he go? And I'm like, I don't know, and they go on and we shuffle her on in the building, in the our shop there, and we all get in our vans and leave to go to work. And the people who stay in the office, they call us up and they told us, like, yeah, I guess they picked her up and they were out smoking crack all night, and come morning when it's come time to pay the piper, she pulls up. They were killing for him. But that doesn't play well in those communities, by the way. If you smoke up all of somebody's crack, and it turns out you got a dick. They don't like that. Yeah.
Oh man.
Less that year. I've been waiting for the opportunity to tell that story.
Glad we gave you that. Glad we gave you that chance.
You're on the morning after.
Now half the people on this show hate me.
Can you hear the stupid dog howling?
Is that what is that? Is that your basement?
No, it's not my basement. My friend is dog sitting his brother's dog, and he went to work, and now it's just me and the dog doesn't feel safe around me, I guess, and just starts howling for him to come home.
Isn't he adorable?
They're just licking his balls, listening to him.
Just going at it. This dog is one of those doodle things.
My
Why
dog.
does the dog feel safe around you?
That part was a joke.
What did you do to this dog, man?
You just need some peanut butter. It'll
He's
fix you
actually
right up.
Peanut butter and Velcro
he
gloves.
likes me okay, but I'm not letting him in the room.
Peanut butter is the cause of
Did
it.
you did any of you guys see that? I don't know. The New York Post, I think, ran an article about why you're not supposed to sleep with your dog.
Why are you not supposed to sleep with your
I
dog?
don't know. I didn't
In
click
what
on
way?
it. It was in that link about sexomnia, and I wasn't even gonna go there. Steven.
I don't punch dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs like me. Justin's dog, who hates everybody, liked me.
Yeah,
So.
my dog hates everybody. Like, my wife's sister came over the other night, and he tried to jump through the door to get to her. Like, it's a good thing the door opens to the inside, not to the outside. Like, I think he would have actually knocked the door down to get to her. But yeah, Mark comes in and he just like crawls up in Mark's lap and just loves him. Oh gosh, now we got lots of
We became best friends right away.
we got lots of howling going on now. Speaking of
I didn't have Morty today, so gotta fill it. Oh, sounds sweet.
Speaking of sexsomnia, Clyde was surprised that this actually had a name. He didn't realize that this condition was something that could be medically diagnosed. He just thought that was the way he went about his business. But from the New York Post, my husband.
I like how Mark dips out after this.
My husband has sexsomnia. He has sex with me while he's asleep. No, he's just pretending he's asleep so he doesn't have to hear you talk afterwards.
Yeah, honestly, as I read this, it sounded more like she was the one, like kind of, I don't know.
Is she like mounting him while he's asleep? Like she's.
I don't know. It seemed a little rapey.
Sex with me while he's asleep.
This couple's sex life is literally a dream come true. A woman has revealed her husband's embarrassing sexual secret, and no, it's not outlandishly kinky. Using the alias Rachel, the woman claimed in a recent interview on the podcast Healthy-ish that her husband Nick experiences sexsomnia, which causes him to initiate sexy time while he's sound asleep. His wife, however, doesn't mind too much and claims that their sessions can get so passionate that she actually enjoys it.
Interesting.
Well, it worked.
I guess he just rolls over and notices that there's a warm body there and goes to humping in his sleep.
I don't know.
Biology takes a hold, and it doesn't.
She
We've been
still
doing
doesn't
it for a long
understand
time.
why it only happens on Friday or Saturday night when there's no work in the morning. But
He came home drunk and all that.
This couple doesn't look happy about whatever just happened.
She says,
Or she doesn't.
I tried to
they
talk to
don't.
him and be like, what's going on? Because he's obviously fast asleep, and he didn't respond. And I then realized he was unconscious. When I mentioned to him the next morning, he had no recollection of it whatsoever. And see, that's the part that I have a problem with. Like, I want to at least remember that I got laid. Didn't you actually get laid if you
Only
don't
happens
remember
once
that you
a
got
year.
laid?
Like, it's not even so much that he has like a wet dream. He just completely.
Where'd it go? I know I had
wanna
one.
know why. I want to. If I wake up sticky and extra relaxed, I want to know why. All right.
Is that all a man?
Morty.
That's all I ask for as a man, right?
I mean, it's statistically, it sounds like it was pretty rare, though, if I remember reading through there. This is not
Sleep
something
sex?
you could you could use it as like a, defense for your fraternity years.
Court of law.
Yeah.
Probably not.
It's, I mean, I don't know. It seems weird that you would carry on the session right? That you wouldn't just be like, I'm gonna get up and
Yeah,
walk away or wake you up, or you know. I mean, it's kind of like a night terror almost, you know.
Just wake up.
I've woken up mid-sex before. You just keep going.
Just play it off.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't want to go stay with my uncle anymore, but you know. Oh, fuck.
Ooh,
Yeah.
just went to a weird place.
I couldn't just let that opportunity lie. Neither come uncle. Oh!
Neither did your. You got it out before I did.
Oh shit.
Well, man, what else we got today, Justin?
Apparently, we haven't brought up the title of the show. What sparked the title of the show?
Yes, we did.
Did we?
Yes, we talked about Dylan Mulvaney getting the Tampax sponsorship.
Oh, I thought like you were gonna bring up the weird tweet that Tampax put out and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one was interesting. What did it say? You're in her DMs, or no? You're in there. They didn't even say her. They said you're in their DMs.
Yeah,
We're in them.
We're in them.
No, you need to hear this. We got to hear Mark's dog.
Are those kids or sheep?
This is my kid. He got his tonsils out on Monday, and he has to take medicine like amoxicillin and some other stuff, and he doesn't like medicine in the first place. It's always a fight, and so now it's just like the dude. It's like crazy, freaking crazy.
Well, let's see what else we got. Oh, Dag
got offended.
There was a TikTok of a girl showing, I assume it's her boyfriend or husband, fiance, whatever, how a tampon works using a clear beer bottle, essentially. It's kind of interesting for anybody that doesn't know. You can go look that up and figure it out, I guess. I don't know.
I don't think I want to.
I probably won't look it up, but I appreciate the recommendation, I guess.
It's nice.
I mean, if you can't figure out how it works, like you probably.
It's nice of you to
probably throwing
recommend.
bricks at that bar.
Nice of you to recommend, but I think I'm going to take a pass on that one.
Justin, you know you do that every time. You're the guy pulling it out with teeth and stuff.
That was my dog.
Clyde's dog was not happy about that. Well, let's see. We talked about the trolling or something. That's what Dylan's doing, and that's what the dude claiming to be non-binary that shot up that. I wish Dag was still here. I'm becoming constantly more and more convinced that he's right, and that Occupy Democrats is just like a long troll. Like
they're a 4D chess troll if they are, but it would be a fantastic one.
I am becoming more and more convinced that they are. Like, breaking luxury fashion brand Balenciaga, I don't know, deletes its 950,000 follower Twitter account due to right-wing Elon Musk takeover of the website and the subsequent flood of racists, Nazis, and trolls impersonating popular brands. Retweet to thank Balenciaga for taking a stand.
So there was a tweet going around. I don't know the veracity of it. I would imagine it's, they're owned by someone else. I forget who owns Balenciaga or whatever. But they had some ad that came out, and there was like children and bondage material and stuffed animals, and it was kind of weird, like pedo type thing that came out, and there was a bit of a hubbub about it. I think maybe Fox might have covered it, or New York Post might have covered it, and then they went dark. I don't know, what there is to that. I didn't dig too deep. I don't want to.
So they went dark under new management. Like, so you're saying they were?
I'm saying they did like they put out something that was like child trafficking type, and they probably shouldn't have, and then it went dark. That's what I had seen. See if I can find it.
So I was looking at it a little bit. It was they had like a photo shoot or something with like kids, but it was kids with like oh, there it is.
You got it?
I have got it.
Okay.
Shit, I hit the wrong button. Hang on. I got it now.
Just under fire over creepy ads of kids with bondage outfits.
You had it, and then you didn't have it. Old shoe. What is going on? This picture alone is creepy.
I mean, it's a toddler with an S&M bear, and like
it's dark.
And then what they pointed out is if you look here on the table, this is like Supreme Court stuff. It's a suit about child porn, I believe it was.
Yeah, something like that.
So anyway, this set came out from Balenciaga or whatever, and apparently people caught on pretty quick, and it caught some pretty heavy flack real quick, and they took everything down. I think they completely wiped their entire Instagram account. Like, everything's gone. They didn't just take down.
I think it was Insta and
they didn't just take down these pictures. Like, they took down everything.
Which makes
the problem. This is the problem with freaking. Can I say that letter on YouTube?
What letter?
The letter that said that there's an underground pedophile ring, all this stuff.
Yeah, say whatever you want.
Yeah, Q. Like, the problem with Q is a lot of what they say.
That letter
is true, but then they like take it to a weird step and they go all nuts with it. And I think that's like the psyop of the whole thing with Q is like, well, obviously anyone says something about pedophiles around this country is immediately associated with Q, when like that part is actually pretty on point.
Are you saying you think they did that on purpose? That
I
was
think,
like a
Q
inside
is like
yeah,
I feel that
to make it to alienate everything that they do say, all the truth that does come out. So, oh no, these crazy people. Yeah, okay. As long as we're on the same page.
It was kind of like there's always the theory around like why Alex Jones hadn't gotten canceled, even though he says so much crazy stuff and says so much completely accurate stuff.
Yeah.
It's because he does say enough stuff that's just so batshit off the wall crazy that there's a certain level of like not taking him serious. He's like, more tabloidish than actual reporterish. So so he can kind of get away with it. And that's kind of where Q went like off the deep end on a lot of things. And so that kind of makes the things that they hit squarely on the nose kind of cheapens them a little bit, because there is such, but I mean, I guess it's a sound strategy. Like, if you don't want to end up in the crosshairs of, I don't know, say the former president and his wife who's run for president a few times, like you might want to be seen as not credible. Because if you are seen as credible, then you end up hanging from a tree in your backyard with a shotgun wound to your chest.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's only happened a few times.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's I this stuff just it bothers me. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's just like, this is so dirty and so entrenched, but like, nobody. And I think somebody asked Elon about getting Alex Jones reinstated after he reinstated Trump, and he basically said no. Like, I forget what he quoted. Did you see that?
Yeah,
it was probably a Sandy Hook thing, right?
Yeah. It was something about like, basically like, I don't know. he was disrespecting children or something like that.
Disrespecting the death of children.
Yeah, so it was just kind of interesting to see him, made me question his
motives.
connectedness, I
Oh,
guess. Like if he's letting some of these guys back on and leaving, guys like Obama and other war criminals on and other disinformation and, propaganda outfits on. Like, why not this guy? Like, it just seemed an interesting place to draw a line. Like, I get it,
yeah.
but, I don't know.
No, he's back.
Poor Dag. How long has he been sitting there?
It wasn't long. Tried to make my eye doctor appointment. They were calling me.
Well, you missed it. I pulled up your favorite
troll account.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I can't stand how after everything they put out, it's like retweet to show this to do. It's like how old am I? Like like I didn't raise my hands in the club when I was told I'm not doing this either. Like,
I said I've become more and more convinced that Occupy Democrats is actually like 4D chess, like long con troll account.
Well, they provide me with entertainment, so I'm cool either way. I pulled over here to chill for a minute for the rest of this. I think you guys see big nothing. I like cane fields and shit. By a highway.
That Kansas or Florida?
That's Florida. We're way down south. Going to Miami for work. So way down here in the big tip of Florida.
Big tip.
It's a weird place, man.
What's the weather like?
It's warm. Yeah, I think it's in the 70s right now. Sunny. Sitting here with the windows down. It's beautiful. So taking advantage. There's a sign that says no. Sign that says no dumping. That is all shot to hell. I feel like there's definitely a dead body back here somewhere. It's one of the reasons I really want to sit here. I feel like cops are going to roll up and find the dead body and pin me to it.
Well, we've had you for the last hour, so as long as
Yeah.
As long as it's not too fresh in the last 10 minutes, we'll be okay.
Yeah. And I've had my Google Maps on here this whole time, so I'm sure they're tracking me. They got to know it's not me. Shit. So are you guys a weird question, are you guys bathrobe people?
No.
Do you enjoy a bathrobe?
Nice try, Fed.
My skivvies are nothing at all.
No, I'm not much of a bathrobe person. Except for when Justin and I get a hotel room together. That was the only time I've worn a bathrobe in the last
That's
year.
even creepier, dude.
Well, it's just there. It's hanging up in the hotel. Why not?
Just kidding. There was no bathrobe.
I will say, the one time when I was in Thailand, it was like a pretty nice hotel, and they had like bathrobes, and it was really like comfy. I just like would wear it around just because it was like it's quite nice.
They seem fitting in a hotel room, and I mean Harvey Weinstein aside, they just seem like that's the place you would wear a bathrobe. Probably not to a business meeting, but whatever works for you. I really I'm tempted because like they seem so comfortable. It's just we don't get enough cold weather. It'd be hard to justify it.
Well, when would you ever wear it though? Would you just like wear it around the house?
Yeah, I mean, like you get up and it's chilly, once you get out of your nest of a bed, right? It's cold in the house, so you put on the robe while you do things like get your coffee together. And
so you're not like free-balled in the bathrobe.
I mean, maybe when you get out of the shower, but then it's my house. Who cares if my nuts flop out from time to time?
Morty.
I don't have kids or anything to traumatize. And even so, I mean, I've heard this theory before that you gotta let your kids see you naked once. As kind of like a dominant thing, because at that point, when he's still small, you've got like the biggest dick in the world. So then for the rest of his life, he thinks his dad has this huge dick and can beat his ass. And I think you gotta sort of give him that impression.
I don't know.
This has been parenting advice from Dag.
You'll notice I have no children, so there might be a good reason for this.
Not sure I can jive with that.
No? Okay.
No, I don't know.
I just beat his ass from time to time to make sure he knows. Like, I don't care. I don't care how
It's a
big you
peaceful
are.
parenting. It's a peaceful parenting alternative to that method.
Like every once in a while, he'll come walking by, and I'll just like body check him into a wall or something. Like, yeah, that's what's up. Never forget.
It's done lovingly. It's okay. Yeah.
That's right. I hug him afterwards and smack him around a little bit. Knock him down.
You know I love you, son. Just like pounds him into the wall again.
The lesson: don't get too close.
That's our morning routine to wake him up. Is I basically just go beat the hell out of him until he finally like climbs out of bed and tries to come after me. Otherwise, he won't get up. So, yeah, it's peaceful parenting is not something that I excel at. I've thought really hard about it at one point. I even interviewed Alex Hatch on my show, and we talked about it and stuff. And I was like, this all sounds really, really nice, and I think it's great as an idea, but I just can't do it.
I think it holds. I think it does hold some value, but I think there's a certain time when, and this goes kind of contrary to everything I base my worldview on, I guess. But like, there's a time and a place that you need to know that someone's giving you directions and you need to do them. And it does not matter how you feel about it. Like, you are not going to be the alpha all the time. Like, somebody else is going to tell you to do something and you do it, right? You got to learn to respect people. And if you're not going to do it, they're going to make you respect them. They're going to make you do it. I don't know. But
there was this happened on multiple occasions at the place I used to work, but there was one instance where
that's because they were like handicapped. Isn't that like illegal, like big time?
There was the kids I worked
knock
with
them out of their wheelchair,
weren't like mentally disabled most of the time, but they're more behavioral. One morning a kid attacked a staff, and so I had to restrain him or whatever. And this kid like never would stay like a full day in school, but this day he did. And when you had to restrain kids, even if the parents had like partial rights, we had to call them, explain the situation to them. So I called this kid's dad after this happened, and then I told him he stayed in school the rest of the day. And the dad's like, "Well, maybe you need to rough him up a little bit more in the morning." I was like, "Sir, not really allowed to do that here, but you might be right."
It's so cultural too, though. I think, like when I was in Korea, I would catch flack from parents because like I wasn't okay with hitting their kids with rulers when they messed up or they didn't get something, right? Like whack them in the hands, whack them on the legs. Like I wasn't cool with that. And like I was, at the same time, I think, too much peaceful parenting type, and you end up with this generation that we have of participation trophies, and I can do whatever I want, and there's like zero repercussions to any of it, right? Like I can get a sponsorship from Tampax if I have a penis, and there's not hurting anybody. I'm not doing it. I don't know. I can't dig it all the time. Sorry.
What a slope. Oh shit.
Speaking of a slope, that
oh god,
that girl, the with a big forehead.
That's not narrowing
Greta
down.
Thunberg?
There's a lot of them, man.
No, the Democrat girl with the big forehead, the really obnoxious
AOC?
one. No.
Ayanna
I just
Presley?
gave you the perfect
No,
opportunity to
she's
make a
just
joke.
bald.
No.
With a big
Never
forehead.
mind.
This is gonna be bothering.
the chick with
Is
the
she-
6 head.
She's a politician.
That dude?
No, she's not a politician. She's like a Democratic operative.
KJP.
Anyway, she said that we're the best in the sack.
Take this queer out.
Liberal women are best in the sack.
Oh, I did see that. Said liberal women are the best in
What's her
bed.
name?
and
You know who
liberal
I'm talking
men
about.
are-
The dancing
and
girl, the
liberal
weird
men are the
dancing
most
girl.
attractive. I don't know what her name is. I just
The weird
saw her
dancing
pop up on Twitter.
You all know who her name is. Andrea something.
You know,
I'm at a loss.
You know the girl who did it was like this
Ariana
ridiculous
Huffington.
dance on TikTok, and she was like,
You mean like the nurses
it was-
in 2020? Just every one of them.
"Oh my god!" All right, I have to find it now just because it's irritating.
you know, This is pretty gay, but
It's
check
not
out that
retarded.
dude's calves.
No, I think those
Oh,
are
yeah.
photoshopped.
Think the calves were photoshopped in?
I think so.
No, man, heels do it to you. That's why we put women in them. They just do something to those legs and butt.
I mean,
They look horrible to have to walk in and spend a day in, but
I have no interest in wearing heels, but I mean, I would like to have calves that look like that.
You gave us all female names today. Although
Not me.
Marquita sounds like a kind of rodent.
Did you change my name?
You changed your name. That was what you came in with, Clydezilla.
Yeah.
So you changed me and Dags. And
That's
you-
not female.
baguette sounds like a French pastry.
It does. I should have dressed in my French garb today.
Oh. Justin was just making fun of me for being actually a quarter French.
Hey, it's not Italian or worse, so.
Yeah, he was getting back at me for making fun of you so much on Monday.
Angela Bel Camino.
I don't know who that is.
Bel Camino,
Yes, you do.
that's her name.
Yes, you do. You
Dude,
know
that's
her.
dope.
Oh my god, we've played her dance on here
crap.
before.
Angela.
I don't think that happened.
Yes.
You're making this person up. I'm off the screen. Is she up yet or no?
Her.
What?
Yes, I shared it. Her.
Oh God! Look at that forehead.
Oh my! I
You
wish
know
she'd
her.
take that picture up there, over there to the right. Like
That's terrifying.
she took that as a selfie and then
she-
posted it.
Yeah,
She
I-
thought
I
that
probably
was a
have
good
seen
picture. Like she thought that was.
Is she a real person?
Oh my god, you guys don't like there's we need oh man.
We need to do a show on her. Is that what you're about to say?
For real. You guys like there's it was like she made a oh my god, there was like a rap
So
dance that
bad.
she did and it was totally it was just like horrific.
Send it to me. I'll use it for the.
I don't know where it is. I don't know. I just saw it once.
Well,
and
you've got a
then-
couple days. Send it to me. I'll use it as the opener
Couple weeks, as he would say.
For Saturdays the night at, or not the night before.
But she's absolutely horrible.
Official announcement that Saturday night we will be doing the night before 7:30 p.m. not a.m.
That's this Saturday?
Central. This Saturday. We've been
Oh,
talking
man.
about it for a week, maybe longer.
I got what you're saying.
We finally got it pinned down, though.
Yeah. Saturday or
Hey, Dag, this Saturday, by the way.
Friday we will celebrate our 1-year anniversary of doing this show because we started on Black Friday last year.
Nice.
So
Yeah, tomorrow's Thanksgiving, guys.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
We made it
White
through
Saturday?
one,
I don't know.
one winter unvaxxed. And here we are for
Here we are.
Do you think we'll make it through our second?
Oh, is it our anniversary? Or the show's anniversary?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Sorry, I
we,
wasn't here yet.
we started on Black Friday last year. I know we brought you in a couple weeks late.
Because
Yeah.
there was another guy who I'm still not completely convinced he actually exists, but
He does.
right.
Kind of tragic story with what I mean.
No,
he's
not
like
bad.
he's still alive, but the reason that he wasn't ever able to participate in this was kind of tragic.
I just never met the dude.
Yeah. But Dag has
He was
been
in a funny time zone anyway. It would have been tough.
yeah, he was in like Mountain Time.
Oh, that's early.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
You know, that's what we should have done. We should have found somebody on every time zone.
No.
Every the whole world, or just the states?
I mean, just the states to start out, but
Might seem a little
as we take the show on
excessive.
and grow, then we
See,
pick
if
up
we do the
somebody.
whole world, then we can have a 24-hour show. It just keeps going,
Oh.
and people from the new time zones jump in, people from the old time zones clock out.
That's an idea.
You like CNN
Yeah,
I
for
like it.
retards.
You're early, but I'll let it get slide.
Just let it go.
Because democracy basically means government by the people, of the people, are the people. But the people are retarded.